Hello everyone. Welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Kindness is powerful, but when it lacks boundaries, it becomes self-betrayal. You say yes to protect peace, but lose your own. You give, hoping to be appreciated, but get taken for granted. The Stoics didn't teach us to become cold. They taught us to become clear about what we tolerate, about what we give, and about how we preserve our self-respect. In this video, we'll explore 6 signs you may be too nice, so nice that people begin to use you. Not to blame you, but to awaken you. Because real kindness doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It means knowing when to say no, quietly, confidently, and without guilt. Let's begin. Sign 1: you apologize when you're not wrong. You bump into someone. You say sorry. You express your opinion. You say sorry. You stand your ground. And still, you apologize. Why? Because deep down you're afraid of being disliked, judged, misunderstood. But the Stoics taught, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. They never said, if it makes someone uncomfortable, apologize. Apologizing when you're wrong is strength, but apologizing for existing, for disagreeing, for having boundaries, that's fear pretending to be kindness. It teaches people that your truth comes second, that your needs are negotiable, and that your voice is optional. True respect starts with self-respect. Next time you feel that reflex to say sorry, pause. Ask, am I actually wrong? If yes, own it, stand still. Kindness doesn't mean shrinking. It means standing tall, without needing to explain why. Sign 2: you give too much just to be liked. You offer help before it's asked. You say yes even when you're tired. You go the extra mile, not because you want to, but because you hope they'll appreciate you. At first they thank you, but over time they expect it. Then they demand it. And when you stop, they withdraw. The Stoics would say, that was never gratitude, it was quiet exploitation. Seneca wrote, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. But when your giving is tied to needing love, it's no longer kindness, it's a silent bargain. If I give enough, maybe I'll be chosen. That bargain always backfires. Give from fullness, not emptiness. Give without attachment to how it's received. Because when your kindness comes from fear, it invites misuse. But when it comes from strength, it teaches others how to treat you. Say yes when it aligns. Say no when it drains. And let go of the need to earn what should be freely given. Respect. Sign 3: you avoid all conflict, even when it matters. 215 words. You feel disrespected, but you stay silent. You disagree, but not instead. You sense something's wrong, but convince yourself to keep the peace. The Stoics didn't teach avoidance, they taught presence. Avoiding conflict doesn't prevent discomfort, it delays it, and usually it grows in the dark. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if it's endurable, endure it. If not, take action. Avoiding honest conversations out of fear costs you clarity, connection, and self-respect. A disciplined mind speaks not to win, but to stay true. You don't have to yell, you don't have to argue, but you must be honest. Because silence when truth is needed is a form of self-erasure. Sign 4: you're always available, even when you're drained. A message arrives. You respond instantly. A request is made. You say yes, even though you're overwhelmed. You never pause to ask, do I have the energy for this? You've taught others that your time isn't sacred, and so they treat it like it's free. Marcus Aurelius ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? People respect what you protect. When you are always available, you become invisible. Being kind doesn't mean being accessible at all hours. Being loving doesn't mean being endlessly self-sacrificing. Your energy is not infinite, and giving from exhaustion helps no one. Create space, take rest seriously. Let your no be calm, not angry, so your yes can be powerful. Sign 5. You let people cross boundaries just to keep the peace. Just in million one. They raise their voice, they interrupt, they make jokes at your expense, and you smile, pretending it doesn't sting. But inside, it does. You let it go because you fear being too sensitive. You fear ruining the mood. You fear being called difficult. But the Stoics were clear. Peace built on self-abandonment is no peace at all. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Letting others cross your boundaries isn't peacekeeping. It's self-erasure. You don't need to argue. You don't need to retaliate. But you do need to speak. Calmly, firmly, without guilt. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors. And not everyone gets to walk through them. Speak with respect. First for yourself. Sign 6. You feel bitter after helping others. Erodes. You gave them your time, your effort, your care. And when they didn't appreciate it, you felt bitter. Not because they didn't say thank you, but because part of you expected something back. Here's the Stoic truth. If your giving empties you, it was never giving. It was a trade. Seneca reminded, we should give as freely as we would spend. Don't give to be needed. Don't help to earn love. Give when your heart is full. Give because it aligns with your values. Not because you're afraid of losing connection. And when you give, release the outcome. If they don't thank you, smile. Because true giving ends with the act itself. Bitterness is the residue of unspoken expectations. Clean it by choosing generosity over performance. Conclusion. Kindness with boundaries is power. Kindness is not weakness. But kindness without limits, that's exhaustion, that's resentment, that's slow self-destruction. The Stoics lived with discipline, not just in action but in heart. They gave freely, but never foolishly. Self-respect is the root of all true generosity, because only when your cup is full can you pour into others without running dry. So here's your quiet reminder. You don't have to apologize for existing. You don't have to earn respect by overgiving. You don't have to fear healthy conflict. You don't have to say yes just to keep the peace. Speak less, give intentionally, protect your energy, and walk away when kindness turns into compromise. You were not born to be used. You were born to stand clear, calm, and kind, with strength. If this message helped you realign with your worth, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today for weekly insights on clarity, strength, and quiet power. Until next time, stay kind, stay grounded, stay stoic.